Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm in the beautiful town of New Orleans. I'm here for the National Association of Black Accountants annual convention. But it's so nice to be back here as a professional, to see so many incredibly smart students who are so driven to get a job. I get a ton of questions about why I chose accounting, why I chose public accounting, and maybe why I even think public accounting is a good career path for an accounting major after college. So I was thinking I'll just make a really short video addressing that question. Hopefully it'll be helpful for people, for accounting majors who are thinking about their career options after college. So the question here is, why do I recommend public accounting as a career path after college? Here's why. So say for example, you graduate college with an accounting degree, you study for the CPA, you pass the CPA exam, of course, and you know, before you can actually get licensed, before you can actually use the CPA letters behind your name, you actually have to fulfill the experience requirement portion of the CPA licensure process. And what that means is you're required to work for at least a year in the profession, being supervised by a CPA or a CPA firm. And so that's why I definitely recommend going into public accounting after college for people who are pursuing that CPA route. Because when you go into public accounting directly after college, it's very easy for you to meet that requirement because you're working on client engagements, you'll learn it, and you can get that one-year experience very quickly. The next reason I think public accounting is definitely the best career path after college is because you learn a lot in a very short period of time. And I've typically heard this being said about public accounting. So usually I've heard that a year in public accounting can be likened to 3 years in an industry. And what that means is you're learning a lot in a year compared to if you were in an industry for at least 3 years. And the reason why this is probably the case is because most accounting firms, or at least the big four firms, spend a lot of money and resources in developing your people and training your people. So once you go into a public accounting firm, it's almost guaranteed you're going to go through a very structured training process that would help you develop as a very well-rounded professional, help you develop your accounting skills, and also learn the best way to serve your clients. Another reason I think public accounting is definitely the best path for accounting students right after college is because when you go into public accounting, you're working with really smart people and you learn a lot. At least I'll speak for the Big Four process. So the Big Four, typically, when people go into the Big Four firms, they go through a very rigorous recruiting process. They've been vetted through that process. So most of the people you're going to be working with are really smart, really driven people. So it's almost like when you go into public accounting or you go into the Big Four, you're almost in a bubble with like really smart, driven people. So while you're there, you're really challenged, you're always learning, and you're performing on your A game. So in short, during that period working public accounting, you're challenged and you learn a lot. The next reason I recommend public accounting after college is because in public accounting, there are very different industries you can work in, very different clients, and depending on how big or how small the clients are, you can work on really large engagements, really large accounts, really well-known top branded accounts, or you can work on small clients and get to see every single thing. It's really up to you. So that gives you an opportunity to work in an industry you really want to know about, and depending on what your career goals are, your career path, your future career goals are, you can choose to specialize in an industry that you see yourself down the road. And during that process, you will learn a lot about the accounting process, the controls, accounting processes, and different aspects of that industry. By the time you decide to maybe want to start your own business in that industry or go work for a top name brand in that industry, you've learned a lot, that you have a lot of very transferable skills that can help you in whatever career path you choose to venture in. And obviously I'm not going to ignore the talk about how people in public accounting work a lot and work themselves to death. Yeah, that's a joke. But I mean, yes, sometimes the hours can get long during busy season, but if you're young and you don't have that much commitment, you don't have a family, you don't have kids, think of it as an investment in your career. Think of it as an investment in yourself, right? Because once you're in public accounting, you're learning a lot, and that name, the public accounting experience, can open a lot of doors for you. And what other time in your career would you have that time, if not right after college, to really invest in your career and invest in your own development as a professional? So that's definitely why I recommend public accounting after college. I think you learn a lot. I think you work with really smart people. I think you get the experience requirement pretty quickly, and I think it opens a lot of doors for you. I also think that if you were going to start your own business or go into an industry, it helps you really learn the skills and learn skills that are transferable to whatever industry you choose to venture in. So definitely, if you're driven, you're smart, you want to learn, you want to be challenged, and you see yourself working in that environment, I'll definitely recommend public accounting for you. And that's all I have for today. I was hoping this video was going to be really short and straight to the point. I'm going to go off and get my CPE sessions in, and that's something else about the CPA profession that I really like. So when you become a CPA, it doesn't just end at getting the license and being done. The board that you're certified in, for example, I'm certified in the Virginia Board of Accountancy. They require a certain amount of continuing professional education every year. So as a CPA, you're continuously learning, you're continuously challenged. You learn a lot about tax changes or changes in the laws, changes in the codification that can help you be of better value to your clients and to the people you serve and to the community at large. And that's why the CPA credential is highly valued and respected in business. And also, if you're in accounting and haven't considered the CPA, definitely the CPA is something I would highly recommend. And that's all. Please subscribe so you can get updates on my new videos. If you have questions, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.